What kind of kid Gasper Marguc was?
I would say something in average. I was not too good, not too bad. In school I was okay, I was not perfect, but I never had problems with grades. So I like going to school, have a lot of friends there also. Also in my free time I like to spend a lot of time outside, hanging from friends from my streets, I don't know, doing different stuff. Researching around, making bunkers in woods and hanging out there. So it was fun. I miss those times, but I wouldn't change them. This was like I was like exploring things. Let's say like that.
Yeah. You grew up in Pálya.
Yes. I grew up in Pálya. Yeah. I grew up in Pálya.
Okay. How did you start your handball career? As a kid or as a junior kid?
Actually, for first sport I was doing, I don't know exactly, 5-6 years old, I was skiing. My father played a little bit handball in his older ages, after 25, but before that he was skiing a little bit. So I think he wanted me to be a skier. But I always had problems, you know, when we were driving to the ski resorts and this with the curves. I was always getting sick from the driving, so I came to the ski resort always like really bad, really a little bit dizzy and this. So one day my mother actually, who never had nothing to do with handball, she suggested if I try to go to a handball practice. So sometime I practiced both things, then I decided for handball, which is also, my grandfather was handball goalkeeper, so it was in the family, but the first sport I did was skiing, after handball, because of my mother actually, which she didn't have nothing to do with handball, so and then I stayed in handball.
If you think back, this decision came to here in Veszprém. From whom do you get advice or critics about your game? Or is there anybody help in your decisions? Now you have a wife, so I'm sure that you speak a lot about at home.
Yeah, of course, some problems mostly I speak about with her. Handball, not handball, she's the closest person to me now. But if I'm thinking handball career, my biggest critic always was my father. Since I was really young. Both my mother and my father, they were big supporters. My mother was more the calm one, like always encouraging me. My father was, let's say, a little bit like the crazy one, always yelling on matches. How can you miss this? How can you miss that? But after the match, you know, we talked a little bit and calmed down. But he was like, I would say, my biggest critic. Maybe still is nowadays, but nowadays it's. I play such high level that I know what I do wrong. I know if I miss a shot, I know it's a mistake and what I have to do better. So he's changed now a little bit. He's more supportive, but when I was younger, he was like the biggest critic.
So before the call, you know, what will he said?
If I play a bad match, even nowadays, when I see his number calling, oh, I'm gonna have to listen. How can you miss this? What did you throw there? You know, of course. But I take it as it is, and I know I have to thank him a lot also to be where I am now.
So, what do you think you would do if you weren't a handball player?
I was thinking if I didn't play handball at the time when I was choosing my university. I always wanted to study languages like German and English and to improve in that area and maybe work with languages. I don't know exactly what type of job, but my wish was to study that.
Can you imagine if you will be a teacher, for example? Like you speak about languages?
I'm considering an option. I didn't decide that I will be yet, but I want to finish school that I have an option to do it. And after the career, I'm gonna see where the path is leading me.
Yeah, I think it will be exciting if you will be a teacher.
Yeah, really, my wife is always asking me, can you picture yourself being a teacher? And I say, yeah, why not? You know, why not? But we will see. We will see what the future brings.
How can you manage these two roles? I speak about the father and the handball player, so how can you manage this?
Actually, I think it's for me a little bit maybe easier now, because before, without my son, you come home, okay, yeah, my wife was there, try to talk with her, disconnect a little bit, but still thinking a lot about handball, a lot about what we did on the court. Now, when you had a bad game, when you don't have such a good day in practice or something, you come home and you see the son and he smiles at you. Yeah. It's easier to forget the bad stuff and maybe let things go. So I think this is like a positive, because the matches, the trainings, it comes every day. It goes so fast, and you cannot think about it too much in the past, dwell over it too much. So it's better to let go fast and focus on the next goals. And I think in this area, having a son has helped me a lot.
Please tell a little about your tattoo. It is about your son, Leo, I'm sure.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
How was this when he was born?
Yeah, I always liked tattoos, but I never wanted to do something that doesn't have big meaning for me. So I was saying this many years ago. When I get a son, I'm gonna make a tattoo. Yeah. So when we got a son, really, I decided to do it. And basically his name is Leo, so that's why the lion. Here is the time, and here it's like time when he was born. He was born 550, so this points to that. And here is like 8/3 22, so like 8th of March 22, it's his date of birth. So basically the whole tattoo is for him, no? Yeah. Also, I painted the eyes blue because his eyes are blue. So the whole tattoo is dedicated to him. And everybody said to me that when you make one, you want to do more, that you don't stop there. But for now, I like it. But for now, I'm good. Maybe if I have another child in the future, I'm gonna make one.
Okay, pizza or hamburger?
Pizza.
Cinema or watching a movie at home?
Cinema.
Okay. Wellness or riding a bicycle?
Wellness.
Pool or sea?
Sea, of course.
Electronic music or hip-hop?
Electronic music.
Wine or beer?
Beer.
Pineapple on the pizza, yes or no?
Definitely not.
And the last one is action movie or comedy?
I would say action movie. I like a good action movie.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.